like how to work with a user-defined function by writing the def keyword, and you had wrote the function name as well. Any function, you are just describing it here. The third one is anonymous functions. So we'll be working more into all these functions, anonymous functions, or certain time we call it a lambda function. So we'll be working here. So when we are talking about the user-defined functions, we had already worked with the user-defined functions. Now there are certain keywords which are required into the functions as well. So let's understand those keywords now. Till now, suppose I'm writing here, I'm just defining one function, and here I'm just writing A and B. I want to add this function. Suppose here I'm writing function add, and here I'm just writing C is equal to A plus B. Okay. Till here, everybody is aware you are taking the addition of two numerics here. Okay. Now the point is, suppose, see, one thing is here, suppose I'm writing here print C. You are already aware what it will do. It will just take the C and it will implement the C. Now suppose here I'm just calling it. See, I'm calling the function add here. So what I'm doing here, I'm just writing here, calling of the function add. This function, and here I'm just passing 4, 5. So what will happen? You will be receiving 4 and 5 here, and it will be 4 plus 5 here. Okay. Now here, what you will be getting 9. So okay, in general, what you are getting here the print 9. So of course you are getting the printing 9 here. Okay. But here I'm introducing one more keyword here, and that one is the keyword return. Means what I'm doing, instead of writing this print, see here, I'm not writing here print keyword, this one. I am just removing this word. See this one. I am just removing it and adding one more keyword here. Adding one more keyword, and that keyword is the word return. Return. What this return will do? What is the significance of the return keyword? Return keyword will return the value. Return keyword will return the value. Now see here, what is the significance here of C? Till now, if I say this C is what? This C is behaving just like the local variable. Now let's understand what is this local variable now. I feel okay, I'll just explain. Wait here, what are the local variable and global variable? Wait here. There are generally variables type of variables are there. Local variable and global variable. Okay. Now I see here I'm writing those variable, and any variable here I'm taking. Wait here. Suppose here, let's take the value here. See here. Or I can take a sample here. I can take any name. Here I'm just taking. Here I'm taking. Suppose here any variable which you are defining currently. Suppose here you are defining any variable such as let's take this one. You had already worked with this. I'm taking, you are already aware. Now these variables are global variable. Global variable. Global variable means these variable you can access anywhere. Anywhere. Let's see how. Name and age is here. No? Now suppose here I'm just coming below. Say here. And here I'm stucking here. And I want to call here age. So here I'm writing age. So, okay, I have to run it. Wait, what I'll do, I'll just run it here. This one, this name and age, this one, line number 6. I'm just running. I'm running. It is run. Now I'm coming here, and where I had written age here. I'm just running here. Okay. I'm just running here. See here, run. So here I'm just coming again, where I had run it here, age. Now it is saying 23. Suppose here I'm writing name. And here I'm just clicking name. It is showing John. So you can see even I'm again calling what is the age here. It is showing 23. Again I'm writing name. It is showing John. Actually these are global variable which can be accessed here in Jupyter Notebook anywhere, anytime. Even if I access at the end of the Jupyter Notebook, means suppose at the end there or on the top, it will just give you the value. So global variable can be accessed anywhere in the Jupyter Notebook. Number one. Second thing, there's a different variable, local variable. We call it a local variable. So local variable is defined under function. Now suppose here I'm writing any function I can take. Here I had taken, suppose length, see this one. This is the normal function you are writing. You define the length and you define the breadth here. Okay. This length and this breadth is the local variable. You cannot access this length and breadth outside of the, means in this Jupyter Notebook, you cannot access this length and breadth anywhere. The reason I'll show you now. Length and breadth are defined inside the rectangle area function. So the life of the local variable is within the length and breadth of rectangle area definition only. You cannot access length and breadth anywhere. Let's see how. Suppose here, I'm just giving you certain new cells here for understanding now. I'm running this, already it has been run and calling it. So it is showing you the value 24. Length and breadth is a local variable. It cannot be accessed anywhere outside of the function. Its lifespan is within this function definition. It will born, it will die here inside the function only, not anywhere else you can access. Let's see, I'm just calling the same spelling here I'm writing, the length. LENGTH, length, okay? I am calling this length outside of the function. I'm clicking on run. Error is generating. You can say, ma'am, it should not be there. In general words, you can say it, that ma'am, why it is coming? Because we had returned the length here, and how it is saying that length is not defined. There is a reason. Because length is the local variable. This local variable, breadth is also a local variable, cannot be accessed outside of the function. No. It will born and it will die here only. The scope is within the definition only. You cannot take it anywhere else. So now see here, breadth. Breadth. You want to access it? See here. Error. Why the error is there? Because you cannot access it. The lifespan is small. The lifespan is within the function. You cannot access it. This is the local variable. So local variable scope is up to here only within it. But at the same time, you can see here, if I am calling here, so here I'm cutting because it is making the errors, I'm cutting it. But the same thing, you can just see name, see here, name and age. Because I had defined the name and age above, that is not inside any function. So I'm calling it and easily it can be accessed because it is a global variable. It is a global variable you can access within the Jupyter Notebook. Okay, so global variable, local variable. Global variable scope is throughout the Jupyter Notebook. You can access it anywhere. Local variable, you can not access anywhere. That is within the function only. Now the same thing I'm taking here. See here. If I say C, See this one particularly here. Wait. Let me take it now. This one, C. This is C here, I'm saying this C. The C variable is defined within the function. So its scope is local. C is local. Okay, if I write here statement, print C, what it will do, it will print the C, it will simply say 9. That is okay. But now I want to take this C outside of this function definition. I want to take this local variable outside of this function definition. How can I take? I can take it with return keyword. So return is a keyword which can use inside the function and it will return you the data back. Now it should be holded in some hands here. So what it will do? It will just take the data. Suppose here I'm writing here CK. This is the C value coming and be holded inside the CK variable. So how it will work? When it will run it here together, when it will work here together here. So function add here, I'm just calling this function add. It is going to call here function add. Inside it I am passing 4 and 5. So these values are stating here. You are adding the A and B, and now this A and B collection is stored inside the C. This C, I want to take it out with a return keyword. So I will just write the return keyword. It's a keyword there. And here, this C will be taken back here in variable CK. Now, if I'm writing here, print CK. What is the CK here? So it will say, yeah, I got the value 9. Means I'm taking the value of local variable inside a global variable with the help of return keyword. So return is a keyword which will help you to take out any data from inside the function. Okay, so you should remember return keyword is going to give you the data outside of the function. So remember, whenever we are writing the return keyword, so every time I have to hold it in another variable. That is the best practices you can do. Rest, even if you are not doing that also, it will work. It will return you the value. So let me show you. Suppose here I'm just writing in any of the function here. Here I'm just taking DEF. Okay, let's take multiply. And any function you can take, that is not mandatory. Multiply function you can just take. Here you can just write x comma y. Any variable you can take, that is up to you. Okay, here you are defining z. You are taking, this is a local now. You could understand I'm making a local here. It's a local. So here I'm just writing x multiplied by y. Okay, now I want to return it. I want to return it here. So what I'll say here, I'll just take it here, this one, and I'll just write a return z. You can take any variable. You are free to take any variable. Once it is done, then how you are going to call? I'm just making a call. Simply write the function name here. Multiply function, that's all. You can pass any value. Okay, 6 into 6, it will give the 36. So next you have to take any variable you can take, because here this return keyword will throw this this z value outside of the function. So there should be some variable to hold it. So here I'm writing, suppose rz is equal to multiply. So this will call this one. Keep the 6 and 6 here. 6 into 6 is okay. You're getting here. So it is a 36. So this value will be returned back here into rz. You can just write later on print rz. Getting the point here? So remember the return value. Return will always return the value. Now you can ask me one thing. Ma'am, there is a break also. है ना? You can, but see, what break will do? Break will terminate the loop. See the differences. Break will terminate the loop. Break will never return the value, but return keyword will return the value, otherwise not. There is none of the keyword which will return the value back outside of the function. So this value I need, Z value I need it. So I have to take the help from return keyword. Break will terminate the loop. Okay, it will not work just like return. And remember, return keyword is used within the functions. Break keywords are used to use within the loop, but return keyword is used inside the function. That is the major differences coming here. So you can see just here, I'm just writing these one. I'm making a very simple function here. You can just check it out here. Students, where later on I'll be taking questions. Just a moment. Let me write it here. I'm cutting this one. I'm making a very simplest function here. Okay, DEF, I'm writing here. Function add. And here I'm writing just return, so that we should know what we are doing it here. That's why I had return. You can take an underscore in between. That is valid here. A comma B variable you can take colon, and there here I'm writing C is equal to A plus B. Okay. Now here I'm just writing here return C. Return C. So this will be returned back. Okay, I'm running it now. It is okay. Now the same function here I'm holding. Same. Here I'm just giving 8 plus 2. Okay. This I'm taking, and here function add. What I'll do here, I'll just making a word here RC. You can make any variable this one. So this will work now. So now I have to print it also. You can just print it now, RC. Okay. You can print it also. So here it is, return keyword is working here. So this is going to call this function. 8 and 2 values are going here. 8 and 2 are 10. So C is holding the value 10. So this 10 value is returned by the keyword here into the RC variable, and you can see it is 10. Okay, now the point is here, I can use this RC, this value anywhere. Anywhere here I can use it now, because RC is now global variable and it can use this value anywhere in any work. You can do that. So there are, whenever we write a function, return option is there. It will give me the certain value. This value I can work for any other purposes as well. Right? So just to have hands-on, then I'm giving you certain more. Just to take a line number 14 and 15 for the time being. Just write here time being, line number, okay. The global, you can just call it here. Still it is returning. See here, it is returning a function add without any this RC also. It will work. But I suggest it should be a good practices for you that you can hold this return value inside any other variable. That is up to you. But you should know how you can fetch it out. This one. You can make any function and see here. You can certain times see that there are 2 points. Return can return the value, and certain time it will return nothing also. Okay, just to see this one. See this one. First of all, see this. There is a definition run for x in range 10. So how many times it will just move? It will just move up to 10 times. Okay, it will move here up to 10 times. Then if x is equal to 5, so I'm saying, okay, if x is equal to 5, then from here, just to return back. And when you're calling this run, so this is going to check it out 5 times. As soon as your x will become 5, it will return. It will no more printing run. Okay, it will not be printing 10 times run. No, no. It is going to, see here, only 5 times it is printing it here. Because here how many, if is there, return is there. So it will, at the fifth one, it will return from here back. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Try to do yourself. But you can say here, ma'am, we can use the break. Yeah, that is okay. You can use the break also. But from the break, it will just break this loop now. It will work. But the point is here, return. Return keywords will return certain value also, or it will return nothing also. Nothing. Null. So, but the basic one is return keyword is used for the function, and return keyword can give you the value as well. It will return the value. Break will never return the value. Try this, line number 17 and 18, and then try this. Try yourself now. Different return statements for more in depth. And then you can raise the hands, that's all. Just to check it out. You can make your self function. You can make any of your function, subtraction, addition, division, any of them, and just try to return any value. Just try to do yourself now. By looking at it, make your self function, multiply, divide, subtraction, any one of them, and try to return the value. Not local variable value. It is just giving the local variable value to global variable. Told you that any variable which is defined here outside. Now see here, RC created. Now you do one thing, write here RC again and see your values are coming. If you are receiving the value, suppose you are writing here and you are making it, you are here, does not matter, it will give you the value because RC or TOT both are becoming as the global variable now. Okay, so, but you can use this TOT, which one, which is giving you the value here. This one, anywhere, you can use the RC anywhere that you can do. So in this way, your returns are, see here, suppose, let's take this very simple function, this one, okay? Now here, you can see, suppose here, I'm just making add function. And inside the add, I'm just using A and B. So it means when I'm calling it, I have to pass 2 arguments, okay? Second thing, now here, when I am making 3 variables, see here, means 3 arguments, 3 parameters, I'm writing it here. So I am giving 3 parameters to be added. So these 3 parameters are going to be added, a plus b plus c, and here only 2. So it means this is a separate function to add two data. This is a separate function to add 3 data. Now suppose you need to add 4 data. So again you have to write one function which will be taking the data where 4 parameters are there. And suppose you want to write one more function, you need to add 5 things. So you will write one more function which will give you 5 things. So it means the number of argument, the number of parameter which you will pass, accordingly you have to create the function 1, then function 2, then function 3, function 4, function 5. Means number of parameters are increasing and accordingly you are writing that many functions. So it means 4 or 5 functions you will write it. Now, why not to find out another way where I should not have to write multiple number of functions to just change the parameters. Here 2 parameters are there, 3 parameters are there, here I need 4 parameters and 5 or 10. There should be certain options. So for this one, what I can do, there is a variable number of argument. Variable number of argument. So what this variable number of argument will do for us here? See here, variable number of argument. Variable number of arguments. So here, variable number of arguments. For that one, what I have to do, I have to give 1 star. Okay. This star itself means many means any number of arguments. So what I can do, this I can use for variable number of arguments. And here, when I'm calling it, here I'm writing any function. So here I'm writing def, and here I can use this function. Suppose here I'm just calling it here sum function. So I'm saying, okay, I'm making a sum function, and here, whatever number of arguments I am passing, just hold those arguments. And here I can use any variable name here. Suppose here I'm just using A, or what I'm writing here, args, any. This is just a variable, does not matter. You can write any other thing. So here I'm saying, okay, I can pass any number of argument of the parameters. So here I'm saying, okay, maybe I can give A, maybe I can give 2, maybe I can give 3, does not matter. You should understand with this one, any number of argument. So now you take this argument. You have to take this argument and you can make the aggregation. So there are certain aggregation inside the Python. Inside aggregation, we are having the sum, general, minimum, maximum. These are the built-in aggregation functions inside the Python already. I can use the variable number of argument with the aggregation functions only. So what I can do, I can just write here sum of this one. It means take all the arguments from here. Take all the arguments of whatever data you are passing, A, B, C, how many parameters you are passing, and then just take all this argument and make the sum of it. And whenever you are calling the sum function, this is a calling I'm making. So here, this one, so you can just write here 4. It will, 4 comma 4, suppose we are writing it here. So this will go here and add 4 comma 4 and it will do 4 plus 4. It will give you 8. If I'm writing here, call the sum function with, suppose I'm writing 2 comma 2 comma 6. So these are 3 parameters. It will still give you this function, these functions now. And here it will just give 2 comma 2 comma 6. They will be added 2 comma 2 comma 6. This will be added by this function. So you will be receiving 10. So this value will be receiving 10. Even if you're writing sum function, here, you are writing here 8, 2, 8, 8, suppose. So 4 are there. Still it will go here and it will just add 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 2. It will do it and it will give you the sum. So the point is overall that variable number of argument will give you the aggregation functions here. Let me check it out first here. Is there? Okay. Okay, you can see here. I'm just explaining, then only you are proceeding here. I had created a plus. See this one. Plus. So this, see this star carefully, this star. So this star an argument. So here I'm saying, okay, whatever data here I'm passing, that one is appearing here in ARGS. Make the sum of it. So return sum of arguments here. So what it will do, it will take the data and it will make the sum of it. Okay. Now plus, who is going to call it here? This one. Plus, it is going to call what you are passing here 6, 4, 10. So these value will go here in ARGS. 6, 4, 10. So these three values are going it here and it will be added here. And the sum will be reflected in return. So if you run it now here, you will be getting the answer. So I'm running it here. I'm running this one and then I'm running this one. So here it is giving 20. Okay. You can take this ARGS any other. Suppose here, it is not mandatory that you should write here ARGS the same one. Even if you are writing this one, AR, it will work. But you have to take care that during the function, you have to make this AR here also. That is your duty to do it. Suppose here I'm just giving the five parameter here, 5 parameters here. So 2 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 5. So that will be happening here. Okay, so it will be start working there. So if I run it here, it is just giving 14. So variable number of argument would be given by this star wildcard corrector system. But one more thing, variable number of argument will be working on aggregation functions only aggregation functions. So one is sum already it is inbuilt. Second thing, see here this line number mu. Suppose I'm giving it any number. I'm making a function where I can find out a maximum of the given data. Okay, it means I'm asking, okay, give me the maximum value. I'm suppose passing 5 numbers. Give me the maximum value. Here I'm running. So here I'm just passing it here. See this one. This I'm just passing here. This will work. And you can see this maximum. So here it is just giving maximum ARGS. So here it is just giving how many values are there? 9, 90, 78, 45. So this one is the highest one, 90. So it is giving maximum value is 90. The same one, suppose here I'm passing 2, any other mu function, I'm calling this one again. And here I'm just calling 19 and 80. So 19 and 80 is going. Okay, tell me which one is the highest one? Maximum of this one. So it will say 80 is the highest one. So 80 is the highest. It is the highest one. The similar one, see this line number 27 if I'm running. This is the minimum. So here I'm just making the function def mi minimum. Okay. I'm calling this, passing the value here, return minimum. Find out the minimum. So 67, 83, 96. Tell me what is the minimum value. So here it is saying, okay, 67 is the minimum value. So 67 is returned. So min, max, sum. These are the major aggregation functions presented here. You can use the variable number of argument only inside the inside the aggregation functions. Without aggregation function, it will not work.